Um, uh, a good way to describe Brisbane, and I'm sure Amit and Urvi will have things to say. I think it's like a little bit of like a budget Vancouver, um, in that like where there's a river going through, there's skyscrapers, there's like stuff by the city. You can like rock climb next to like a massive skyscraper. Like it's like a very urban, very outdoor city. Like everyone's biking around, everyone's walking around. Like the bike path infrastructure is like pretty insane, at least for us compared. Like everyone's always outdoors. And I think it's true in most Australian cities. If you're like me, especially in Canada, I go to the gym a lot and I go to the gym a lot here. I don't have to wait for any machines because no one is working out in a gym here. They're all outside. And so I think Brisbane's like a pretty nice, like mid to large size city. Like we don't get we didn't get Taylor Swift, but we got Ed Sheeran. So like we'll get like two-thirds of like your full like a of like a massive like major city of like Toronto or Vancouver. So I think budget Vancouver is a good way to put it, but Urvi and Amit could probably fill it a bit more.
Yeah, Pranav, you like literally hit it on the dot. I think it has like all the perks of like a bigger city without it getting like too overwhelming. As someone who's only really been to Sydney in Australia, I can definitely say that I like Brisbane more. Like the people here are a lot nicer. The weather here is just great, like year round. And like as Canadians, I feel like a lot of us can appreciate that. And then also it's just like super safe. I know like a lot of people have concerns, especially like women and stuff, about like walking late at night and like safety is like totally fine here. And yeah, there's always like just so many events and like things going on in the city where like whenever you do find time away from med school, you're always going to be entertained and like you'll be able to explore a whole bunch, which is great.
Yeah, definitely I would agree with both Pranav and Ruby there. Again, the only thing I'd like to add is even though it's a much smaller city, so I'm from Toronto, I went to McMaster, from the bigger city, but even though Brisbane is not that big a city, there is still a lot to do that I would not expect a smaller city to have. So you can still have a lot of good experiences within the city, a lot of festivals happening all year round. And like Pranav said, some concerts happening as well, a lot of things to do for students in the city. And the other thing I really like about Brisbane is the public transit. And there's a ferry system here as well. I think it's better than Toronto. That might be controversial, but yeah, I like that as well. So yeah, I think, and definitely as the others mentioned, the weather is always a plus here.